Hey, how's it going? It's been a while. Yeah, it's been forever. It's been forever. Let's see. I'm just gonna wait till we got 20 people. You can already ask your questions, okay? Whatever question you have about magic, ask it now. Um, okay. I'll then answer it really quick. Let's see. Let's do. Yeah. Demon realm. They taught me about the importance of the left hand and right hand. How do I go back? I don't really understand what you're saying here. Is that Gabrielle? Strong. Question differently. How do I go back? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Go back on what? Question, guys. Is any one of you on the forum? Are you guys on the forum? And are you able to find everything that you're supposed to find on the forum? Does it work for you guys? I've heard many people talk about them not able to find what they wanted to find. Okay, Zoom link. Vault. Link to the vault. Hmm. Forum works well for me. Okay, good. That's good to know. Astral plane. They taught me the left hand receives energy while the right hand pushes and forces out. Okay. How can I go back to that realm I've tried? You went there and you're asking me how to get back there. That makes no sense. First of all, you're not telling me where you went. This is like really random. I don't even look. This question cannot be answered. All right. Because the question is very unspecific. What are you telling me? I was in a demon realm. Do you know how many demon realms are out there? There's not one realm for demons yet. Listen, this is really look, when you talk about this topic and when you ask questions about this topic, please make educated questions. All right. Now, understand, I don't expect you to have all the terminology down, but you gotta. This is just random stuff. Just random stuff. I was in a demon realm. I was in the demon realm, which does not exist. There are many different. It's not that there's a land of demons. It's not that there's a land of other spirits. Okay, so please, when you ask your questions, make them an educated fucking question. This is just random stuff. How do I get back there? Imagine somebody asking you about, listen, I was in this place and somebody taught me something about my left and my right hand. How do I get back there? What would you tell them? What would you tell them? It's just, look, instead of pretending that you did anything or have had any experience or whatever, because I think that's what you're doing here, at least ask questions that can be answered. There's no shame in not knowing something, okay? But pretending that you had some experiences and know something, that's a problem because I can't give you answers on that question. And it prevents you from actually progressing, okay? If you want to get results with this stuff, you actually have to know what you're talking about. If you talk about some demon realm, what is it, a cliff off? Is it something new that you discovered? Did you work with the Necronomicon? What is it that you did? Okay. And then I can help you. And then I can actually help you progress. But if you just throw out random bullshit, I can't help you. You're not progressing. Nothing's won. Okay. You're just wasting our time. Seriously. And other people's time here. Okay. Sure, other people have questions too. So, see, this is the problem with magic, man. This is the problem with magic. Anybody can say anything and then pass for a practitioner, But in reality, it's just a fucking danger. I assure you, it's not pretend it was a new experience. Yeah, right. Okay. Whatever. Okay, so astral plan. They taught me the left hand receives energy while the right. I'm not even going to begin to answer this fucking question. All right, yes, sir. Form works well. Hello, Frank. What quick piece of advice do you give a beginner or necromancer? Beginner necromancer. Okay, are you using a tradition of necromancy or is that just freestyle? What is it that you're using, Dr. Manhattan? How are you getting into necromancy? What path are you using? All right. Well, does it take longer to comment or are you not commenting? Well, not. I'm just curious about necromancy. Okay. I'm planning on doing research soon. Okay. Well. Refresh your chat section. No, I get them updated in real time. Anyways, okay, so when it comes to necromancy, first of all, are you using a tradition or are you doing that freestyle? Okay. Now, why are there magical systems? Or why are there traditions? Well, these traditions give you a structured map that you can use to go through different initiations and reach certain levels of power, influence, and knowledge. Okay, that's why there are paths. That's why you do path workings, because step by step by step, each new level initiation gives you a certain level of consciousness, That's our level of power that comes with it. All right. So, necromancy, in my opinion, I do necromancy in the context of Palomeombe. All right. So that's a path where you do necromancy. There's a codified way in how you call them, how you work with them, how you talk to them. All right. And that allows you some influence over the outside world. Okay. Very few paleros, however, very few actually use it in terms of, spiritual ascent, which is, what does that mean, spiritual ascent? Well, how do you learn the mysteries of the universe? By working with those entities, by working with the spirits of the dead. Well, they can teach you a thing here and there, but more than anything, you should help them pass on. Okay, pass on, beyond the afterlife. If a spirit of the dead is, in the astral, so to speak, and they're stuck there, it's not their end destination. Okay, so what you do with them is basically you can help them. You can help them accept their situation. They're usually not that aware of them being dead. You can help them transition. You can help them move on. You can also use them for specific tasks. You can do ritual work with them. Okay, so the most important advice that I can give you is, who are you listening to? Who are you learning from? That's the most important advice always. So the question is, what is the best way to recall a spirit that reached out to you for the first time? Do you know its name? If you know its name, that's the easiest to. That's very easy to get back at with that spirit. If you don't know the name, and the spirit just randomly showed up, I don't know if you even want to call it again. Maybe it doesn't want to be called again. Yeah. Are there egregores of different ethnic groups going to work against you if you are trying to bang girls who come from a very nationalistic culture? Could you befriend the egregores somehow for help? First question, are there egregores of different ethnic groups? Yes. Going to work against you if you're trying to bang girls who come from a very nationalistic culture? No. Not really. Not really. No. What is it? Trying to bang. I think it still takes two people to do that, right? Unless you want to force her, which I don't recommend to do that. But if she wants to and you want, what will be the repercussion of that? It's definitely not going to be a spiritual repercussion. Could you befriend an egregore somehow for help? Could you befriend an egregore? Yeah, you could give offerings to that egregore, definitely. What's up, man? Love your content. Thank you. What's up, Frank? It's Coulter. What's up, Coulter? We just talked, right? A couple hours ago. Thank you. Yeah. Egregores of different ethnic groups going to work if you're trying to bang girls. That's really an interesting question. I don't know, man. I don't know. Frank, does time really not exist in the spirit realm? And if so, does that mean somehow from 2011 from 2001 still 11 still exists in the same manner they did back then today? No, what that means is you can affect the past, but you can also affect the future based on, energetically. Okay, remember. What we're doing is we have different bodies, right? Different bodies of energy, and we align all of those with what we want consciously. Okay, and as we do that, we create thought forms, and these thought forms existing on the etheric level, they affect events at a quantum level. Okay, so they affect probabilities and how things are going to go. All right, so what that means is you could, and then at the look when you read research on quantum physics and quantum mechanics, you hear that, or you will read that particles, there's something called a tunnel effect. Okay, they teleport into the past and into the future, and then all of this stuff is possible. So something that is created now can affect something that happened yesterday in terms of a thought form. Okay, this is why history is. That's why it's quite powerful if you rewrite history. You see what I mean? If you rewrite history, you can actually affect what happened in the past. You see, this is why the um, the power, the control over the narrative is extremely important. It's not random, or it's not meaningless that people fight over the interpretation of a certain narrative. All right, all the cultural stuff that's happening these days, with the re uh, reinterpretation of a lot of things, historical events and all of that stuff, that has real effects. Okay, that's not just a new version. It's basically it will affect things in a very powerful way. Okay, so ideas are extremely powerful, and when you create a strong thought form, it can affect the past in some way or another. Okay, can definitely do that. So that's what I meant by that. Can an egregore be a spirit animal? First of all, egregore is always group spirits, and egregore always exists in a context of multiple people. Okay, when it's only one individual that creates a thought form, then that's a servitor. Okay, or a tulpa. That's what it's called often too. Okay, um, so no. Is there any way to use magic to return to the past? The only way that I was able to do that was in spirit, like astral traveling to the past, yes, and being picked up by people that live in the past physically, yes. I mean, I'm sure you've heard about these miracles of Jesus Christ. Jesus was a yogi, and there's these stories, right, that after his resurrection, he showed himself to certain disciples of his after his death, right? So how does that work? Well, you are astrally traveling to a certain place at a time, and then you just concentrate your awareness in that one spot, and then you will appear like a spirit, like semi-transparent. And when you have enough energy, when you're dense enough, they can pick you up with their naked eyes, And I have not done that physically yet. I haven't managed doing that physically, like physically manifesting somewhere else, like in terms of time. But your spirit can go back in time, and I'm sure there are some ascended masters that are able to do that. They can appear physically in the past and in the future. But I honestly don't know what it takes to do that. I don't know how to do it necessarily. I don't really know how. And otherwise I would have done it, but I don't know how to do that. It's also, I would guess it would take the amount of energy that it takes to do that. It's crazy. So it would be really hard. I want to ritualize a divination mirror with Hecate. I have fourth generation Slavic spell I'm planning to use. However, the spell comes with warnings. What do you think? Spell comes with warnings. Okay, so are they telling you not to do the spell, or are they telling you if you do it wrong, you're gonna have troubles? In the first case, if they're telling you not to do it, I wouldn't do it. If they're telling you just do it, don't mess up, it usually means, I don't know, what could that mean? Like chaos. If you call Hecate, I mean, I guess That's what you're gonna have to deal with. You know? I would do it. Why not? I would do it. What's the worst that could happen? Chaos. Like a test for 30 days. Like a test for 30 days. Okay. Well, that sounds like an adventure. I would do it. It's exciting. Hey Frank, is it possible for fictional characters to appear in the spirit world as thought forms? 100%. Yes, absolutely it is. It is. Well, Nicole, whenever when shit really hits the fan, you can always, you know, tell me or the order, right? So, at the end of the day, you have people to talk to. So what's the worst that could happen? Really? Hope I'm not going to regret saying this, but yeah, but I would do it. Um, Frank, speaking on thoughts that influence our reality, how long would it take for your subliminal to affect the subconscious? Uh, it's almost like see it like this: you have every thought and the emotion behind it is a unit of energy. Okay, so let's say let's talk about emotion and thought units. Okay, emotion and thought units. So depending on how much units are on one side, that's going to determine how you're going to act when it comes to your subconscious mind. Okay, so let's say for the last 20, 30, 40 years you had negative programming, and now you start listening to subliminals. You're not going to see 100% change or 180-degree difference within a week. But if you are consistent, eventually you will out program the old programming. Okay? And then at that point, you'll win. So it's not the same amount of time for anybody or for everybody, because everybody has a different programming. And this means that um, it's going to take a different amount of time. One time I pissed the spirit off. Yeah, and you survived it, right? Never be afraid of any spirits. Never be afraid of any spirits. Well, be cautious. Be like, of course, like, yeah, be cautious, but fear is not a good way to deal with them. Okay, respect, but no fear. I wouldn't fear them. Is there any particular magic that pairs well with musicians? How about specific spirits? Um, there are many spirits that deal with music. Many spirits. It will be more like a genre question. What type of music do you do? If you do metal, it will be different from techno type of stuff, I guess. Um, oh, this is not a dumb question, Frank, but does demonic possession actually exist? 100%. Yes, 100%. What you would see in a movie, recently I watched Constantine. I watched Constantine the second time in my life. I watched that movie. I don't know if you've seen that. It's Keanu Reeves in that. I think it's a comic originally, comic book. Yeah, I worked with an exorcist, like a priest from the Catholic Order of Exorcists. I worked with that guy for almost a year, right around 2012. Yes, 100% real. Possessions are 100% real. Yeah. And I'll tell you the difference between a fake possession and a real possession. When you walk into a room with a real possession, with a real possessed person, you are fucking terrified. It's just fear. It's just fucking. It's almost what's that word? It's almost paralyzing, the amount of fucking terror that's coming off of that body. It's like it's a fucking atmosphere of terror and fear and pain and all that shit. And you walk into it, and of course it's gonna affect you. It's crazy, man. There was this one time where we had been called to quite an affluent neighborhood. Okay, we had been called there, and I went there with him, and we rang the doorbell. Okay, and the person, the father of the household, basically opened the door, right, and he looked really really tense. But then we walked in there, and the mother, I remember this, man. She was sitting there in the kitchen, chain smoking, right, and the little boy was like standing there, a little boy, the son of the family. And upstairs there was the girl possessed. Okay, his older sister. She was possessed. The fucking energy in that place was not good. Okay, now they didn't know what to do. Didn't know what to do, because I mean, when you call when you call the authorities at that point, they're gonna claim she's psychotic or whatever, and then pump her full of drugs and put her in a crazy house, right? So what I did was I wanted to comfort that little boy. So I had this necklace, with the image of a Catholic saint. Okay. What I did was I wanted to put it around his neck. You know what happened? The chain was not broken. The chain was intact. But I put it around his neck, and it just fell down. And I picked it up. The chain not broken. All right. Put it on him again. It just dropped, and everybody saw it, man. Everybody was seeing how this fucking chain was just falling off of him without the fucking chain breaking. Right? I did that 3 times, then I stopped, because it became like trying to put it on, but started to become more terrifying than not doing it anymore. So yeah, and I've experienced this from that time that are just a little bit crazy. I'm sure I'm traumatized. I'm telling you guys, I'm probably extremely traumatized. People are always like, man, I don't know. From that time, I'm sure I have some permanent psychological. it's pretty bad, man. It's pretty bad. With African spells, what could happen in general if I mess up a spell made for non-initiates? Well, Gabriel, once again, with African spells, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? African spells? African spells. Especially for you. You're black, right? African Americans. You, like, I could give other people a pass, but you yourself, you're like, oh, African spells. Like, what the fuck? Like, do you know how fucking huge Africa is? Do you know how many countries, how many cultures exist there? How many different languages? How many magical traditions exist? Just like Europe, you know? Europe, you have like all kinds of different magical traditions. This is not an African spell. You can't do an European spell. And you know what's funny? People always talk about Africa in that way. It's like one thing, like it's a country, you know, an African spell. That's a fucking continent with, I think, 900 different languages and dialects. You know, all kinds of different ethnicities. You know, it's kind of. Wouldn't it be weird if somebody talked about a European spell or European magic? That does not exist, man. Right? So educate yourself on that topic, and then please ask that question again. So can they manifest as actual spirits to interact with? Sorry, I was referring to spells you were going to send the order. Well, those spells would be Santeria and then Palo stuff. Okay, Palo Mayombe and Santeria. But yeah. And both of those, look, they're of like they're connected to African cultures, but they're actually from the Caribbean. You know, they're Palo Mayombe is from Cuba. You know, just like Santeria, it's Cuba. right? And Santeria has ties to Nigeria, and then Palomayome has ties to the Congo, but both of those are not necessarily African. They have African roots, yeah. But it's the Caribbeans. Yeah. I'm sorry, not the Caribbeans, but fucking, you know what I mean, right? Island. Island. All right. So how exorcism worked with that girl? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm not gonna talk about that on YouTube. Forget about it. No, 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 no. How to break out of unhappy life? It's so weird. My life situation is unhappy, but still I'm able to break out of it. Okay, right now you're experiencing your karma. Our life is always our karma. Okay, the way it's played out is our karma. So you need to change the way you feel. You need you need to change the way you think, and you need to change the way you act. And based on that, your karma is going to change, and your energy is going to change, and what you resonate with is going to change. That's it. Thoughts, words, actions. Those things need to match what you want. That's it. That's how you change your karma. That's how you change your destiny. Are your thoughts aligned with what you want? The easiest way to control it is, what do you study? What is the information that you take in? Is that stuff aligned with what you want? So let's say you want a happy life, you want to be successful, but you deal with all the drama and bullshit on social media. I mean, Facebook. Let's say you take part in discussions on Facebook. I hate Kim's new outfit. Okay. Or whatever they do. I don't know what people do there, but I know that I got to stay away from it. That's all I have to know about that shit, okay? So that's the first point, okay? Secondly, do you speak about that stuff? Are the words that you speak in alignment with that? You're not going to be killing it if you talk shit about yourself, or if you talk in a self-defeating manner, okay? You want to be large, you want to be huge, but you always talk yourself down, okay? What is your self-talk like? You know, what's your self-talk like? How do you talk to yourself? How do you interpret the things around you in your own mind? You got to control that. You have to control that. And then lastly, your actions. Do your actions match your intentions? Okay. You want to make $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. Do you have the effort that matches that? Do you put out the effort that matches that? That would be the question. If not, forget it. That's just how the universe works. Okay. There is an anime movie of Constantine as well. Constantine, City of Demons. It's pretty cool. I thought, how would a movie like that of your experience be like? Probably similar. Yeah, I don't know if you're on the Grail of the Serpent in a Circle, but years ago, man, I started the series with the diary from the diary of Aurelius Sopax. That's some crazy shit. So yeah. Could you do hoodoo? What could do hoodoo? A neutral mix of a little bit of that and this. Of a little bit of what? A little bit of Santeria, a little Pada. You can work with those entities or these energies without initiation, but I mean, the question is how much results you're going to get. So why not? You can try. What's your process of unifying polarities? Well, first of all, I have not unified all polarities within myself yet. Okay, but I also believe that for magic, you need polarities. You need some sort of an internal conflict in order to generate enough energy. Right? Astrology is a good insight, or a good tool for you to give to gain insight on where you have conflict potential, internal conflict potential. Okay, so that would be a good way to start. That next, I unify polarities by letting go of myself. I'm very good at meditation. Okay, meditation just means that you drop mind. You can let go of your mind and you can become your eternal self. I'm really good at that. And I have worked on that for many, many years. And that's why I can do it instantaneously. Most people, most beginners, even intermediates. And by the way, what I'm telling you right now is the number one. That's the only difference between the master and the student, or those that are trying to reach mastery. The master is one with all of those states of consciousness. He can change in an instant over into a new level of awareness. This for the student, everything is still very, very like fixed, you know. So especially if you learn lucid dreaming, your state of consciousness or your awareness is going to be constant throughout different levels of awareness. Okay, so you're in the physical awareness, but you can also stay conscious in the dream state. You're going to stay conscious in the astral state, and all of that is just one blur. Okay, so if I want to look into the astral, I just do the following. I do this, and now I take my attention outside of my house, and my spirits, 80% of my spirit is in front of my house right now. It's actually taking a lot of effort to keep this mouth blabbering. And now I'm going to visit Nicole. She's a student of mine. Nicole, we talked earlier. Okay, I'm going to go there in spirit now. Okay, to see what's going on there. Yeah. So that's the difference between when you're learning this stuff. It takes a lot of relaxation. It takes a lot of effort, and I've been there. You know, I know what it's like. I've been there myself. Okay. I remember in the beginning, man, before any ritual, I would do yoga. I would yoga for like 30-40 minutes. Then I would meditate another hour, and then I would start doing my magical exercises. You know, my visualization, my rituals, and all that stuff. Man, I'll tell you, I was obsessed with this stuff. I would do it 6-7 hours a day. You know, but back then I was still in school, so you know, between jobs here and there and school, I still had a lot of time. You know, but even today, I bet you, like, today was quite a busy day, and still I was doing some form of spiritual practice, 5-6 hours today, which is meditation, which is doing rituals, like talking to my spirit, some divination, yoga. I was doing yoga today as well, you know. And yeah, that's what happens if you do it with that intensity. You're just gonna be magic all the time, you know, and it's not gonna be hard. You can do whatever the fuck it is that you want. You can hear all spirits. You can all of it. It's just a matter of how deep you immerse yourself in it. Just like anything else, if you want the secrets of something, the secrets of anything in the universe will be revealed to you if you just align yourself with it. Pay attention to it. You want to learn the secrets of wealth, just immerse yourself in that. Immerse yourself in the study, practice, and whatever else is connected to that. You want to learn the secrets of seduction, immerse yourself in that. Immerse yourself in that. You will literally experience a different reality. You want to learn the secrets of secrets of war, become a martial artist and immerse yourself in it. It has to become your life, or the majority of your life. Okay, you want to learn the magic of, or you want to learn the secrets of magic, of the occult. Do what I do. Do as I do. It has to be what you do from the beginning of the day. My day starts with a spiritual practice. I begin my day with some exercise, and then I meditate, and then I do some energy work. Okay, and then I do some divination. I talk to my spirits. I do a ritual. By the way, listen. One thing that I have learned, I had to learn that, I had to learn that the hard way. Okay, so let me tell you, don't make that mistake. Which is what mistake? Listen, power that is not used, will be lost. I guarantee it. Okay, if you don't use it, you will lose it. Just like your muscles, you will lose them if you don't train them. Your ability to cast spells, you will lose if you don't use it. So make it part of your daily routine to cast a spell, whatever that might be. It can be something small, just some psychic influence, a love spell here and there. I don't know, whatever it is that you want. An evocation here and there, Make it part of your routine and then do it. Just to keep that ability up, right? And yeah. I don't feel alive if I don't do magic. Magic is my life. It is. Take anything from me. You can take anything from me. I don't give a shit. Take anything. Take my money. Take anything from me. Take my fucking clothes. I don't know. In a day, I'm gonna have everything now. Not that soon. But you can literally take anything from me, and within a month or two, well, give me 6 months. Give me 6 months, and I'm gonna have it all back and more, and then some. Because I can start fresh. Because all I need is my magic. All I need is magic. My confidence, my self-esteem, is based on nothing but my knowledge about self and the knowledge about non-physical worlds, the world of the occult, the world of energy, magic, spirits, and all of that stuff. That's what my confidence is based on. I have no confidence based on material objects and possessions. My ego is not attached to my body. My ego is not attached to anything in this world. Okay, I'm not even part of this world. I don't perceive myself as part of this world. I'm just using this as an experience. That's all. So, what type of yoga do you recommend? I recommend any type of yoga. It really depends on what is the goal that you're accomplishing. Okay, well, when you do yoga in the evening, I would recommend that you do some Yin Yoga. Okay, that would be much better. Yin Yoga is more like when you're in the postures and you let yourself fall into the postures, or you let yourself relax inside of an asana. All right, and you do that for an extended period of time. Let's say 5 minutes per asana. And it's very slow. Yin Yoga is extremely slow. Okay. Then in the beginning of the day, or when you need energy, when you need to bring more, it's called yang energy into yourself. Yang, basically that would be more a terminology from Tai Chi, but it's active. It's active energy. If you want to bring active energy into you could do some Hatha Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga. But Raja Yoga all by itself, I don't recommend. And I'll tell you why. Because the body is an important gateway. And as it is in the world and society that we live in, we don't use the body enough anyways, you see. So I'd definitely use some Hatha Yoga, or Ashtanga Yoga is also very good. Ashtanga is a lot of flows in there, it's a lot of movement. It's like a dance more, It's very beautiful. And then you could do some Nidra yoga, but that's afterwards. That's like what you could do. Like after the practice, you could lay down in Shavasana, right? Which is like a posture where you just lay down like this. And then you can do some Nidra yoga, which is very good for out of body experiences and much, much more, right? You could also do some Kriya yoga, but once again, I believe that you need, at least me, okay? I believe that moving the body is very important before any type of energy work, because the lower chakras and whatnot, they're going to be activated when you do something with your body, okay? Such as Hatha, Ashtanga, Tai Chi, yoga. I do Tai Chi too, every day. But yeah, hello. When I'm sleeping, I have entities tell me their name until to call them when I need them. When I wake up, I can't remember their names. How do I remember the names of the entities? You got to force yourself to write them down. I know it's probably you're very tired when you receive the names, but you got to force yourself to write it down. Greetings, Frank. With our imagination, is it possible to make up a god-like version of ourselves to keep spirits under our dominion? Possibly. Try it out. See, when you use a traditional evocation ritual, for instance, okay, you're calling upon the Most High divinity, and there's a lot of energy, even if the God is not the only God out there. Jehovah has a lot of fucking energy behind it. That's a strong battery. So take that into account, because if you're calling up a demon or any other spirit, you have a lot of willpower behind that too. These entities are not weak by any means, you see. So how are you going to control them if there's so little energy in your own God self, Oh yeah, hell yeah. Okay. Is it true certain mantras take a certain amount of time, amount of repetition before it becomes effective? Yes, that's true. Thank you, Frank. You're welcome, Donna. That's exactly what I do to meditate and align myself with the vibrations to get what I want and knowledge that I already have. That's good. Keep doing it, man. Can Qigong be done instead of yoga as energy work? Yeah, but it's different, man. I mean, I think they have the same look. I do Tai Chi myself, and Qigong and Tai Chi are very similar, right? Uh, so they both have the same yoga and then Qi, Tai Chi, Qigong. They all have the same goal, all right? But in my experience, for me personally, yoga gives you faster. It works faster, in my opinion. It's not better or worse or whatever. It's just Tai Chi takes longer to learn, in my opinion, in my experience. But combining them both is beautiful, bro. Do do your yoga session and then do some Tai Chi on top of that. You're gonna feel the chi flow through you it's crazy. You're gonna get hot. You're gonna get hot. Um, here's what you can do. I know. I'm not gonna tell you. I shouldn't recommend that. Okay, but I'm gonna do this. There are people that take a bath in a very cold river, and it's very cold outside. And what they do then is they dry their skin, they dry their body, just doing Tai Chi. Okay, this is how much heat you can generate. Okay. And it's just a blissful feeling, and you will feel as if the entire uh, the entire universe is one with you, or basically, it feels like you're the energy outside of your body, flowing through the universe. You're the ether, and the energies just flow through your body, but you're not the body. That's what it feels like. It's a beautiful feeling. It's really, it's amazing. It's really good. All right, so Tara Collins. There's only one Tara I know. Are you Tara, the Tara I know from, where is that? Santa Monica? I think you live in Santa Monica. Yeah, okay. Well, anyways, I'm going to answer your question. What spirits are good worth to work as a beginner? As a beginner, I don't really recommend you work with spirits. You should learn to control your mind, because you're not going to be able to communicate with them. You're not going to be able to control them if you can't control your own energy and your own mind. You see, so in the beginning, you should learn energy work. You should learn to control your energies. You should learn to visualize and open your senses. That's what you should do. How does one What are some of the most evil and most destructive spirits? Why should I say their name? You know, why should you say their name? See, words have power, so why would I tell you their name? I'm just going to call that energy into my sphere. Why would I do that? I'm curious if this can be valid. Hold on. How does one alchemist emotional triggers? How does one alchemist emotional triggers? Okay, I get what you're saying. How does one transform emotional triggers? How does one transform emotional triggers? Hmm. By probably identifying with something greater than oneself. I guess that's it. You know, when we have a why, we can endure any how. My name upsets you? Why? My name did not upset me. Your name did not upset me. No, I just know a Tara that lives in Santa Monica. That's all. I just wanted to know if that's you. That's all. Your name did not upset me. I heard that if two people try to manifest the same job, both get it, but first guy goes to reality where he gets it, and the second vice versa, he gets it in his reality. Is this true? But I have, from my practice, I have reasons to believe that this is actually the case. Yes, that reality works like that. Yes. I'm curious if this can be a valid view on manifestation. Yeah, definitely. I believe there are multiple timelines, there are multiple realities, absolutely. And our energy determines what we resonate with, and based on that, we're going to experience one. Why have you removed demonic pacts from your public services? Because I have seen negative consequences for some people from that. Meaning, I believe it's not the right choice for most people that approach me with that desire. Okay, so it's look. I believe in responsibility, and I am responsible for what I teach. I'm also responsible who I connect with, or who I connect the spirit with. You know, I can't just say, "Oh, it's their choice. I don't give a shit." You know, I have a responsibility, just like you have a responsibility. I think we all have a responsibility for what we do, right? So I came to the conclusion that I don't want to. What's the word? I don't want to offer this to people that are, for the most part, shouldn't be doing it or can't deal with it. Now, of course, I have still people approaching me with that idea of a demonic pact, and yeah, if I know the person, but I have to really know the person and trust them and know what they're about, yeah, then I would do it. But just a random stranger, no. Yeah. See. Quartz crystal. Quartz crystal, are you on? Quartz crystal, are you on? The guy that yesterday told me that he's in a homeless shelter in New York City. Are you on? Well, if you're on and you're not posting, I have sent you the $200. Okay. So do me one favor, okay? Do me one favor. Buy the master key system with that, okay? Or with the $16, $17 that book costs, and the rest you can do whatever you want with it. Get the subliminals and write down your goals every day. Is there a book you recommend that covers this stuff? The problem with learning about magic is that 90% of the material out there is BS, so it's very difficult to learn. Is there a book that you'd recommend that covers this stuff? Yeah, for sure. That you could look at. Let's see. Look at. I think a pretty good one. Let's see. What would be a good book? I could get you there. What could be a good one? You could check this here. Okay. My Big Toe. It's pretty good, I guess. My Big Toe by Thomas Campbell. It's like a trilogy, okay? It's quite a lot to read. But you could also look at, I think there is something called reality transurfing. Reality transurfing, I think, is similar to that. Charles Haanel, yes, The Master Key System by Charles Haanel. Where's that fucking book? I should have it here somewhere. Where is it? Yeah, it's not here. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, so those should be pretty good. Respect for that, Frank. Glad you helped him out. Yeah. Hey, Frank, can we buy the Diary of Aurelia Sopex? It's not out. It's not out yet, but yeah, I'm probably gonna put it out sometime in the future. Yeah, no problem. Have you ever practiced pickup? If so, how did you use magic for better results? I made multiple path workings with Casanova. Path workings with Casanova means basically having him as my pickup mentor in a lot of ways. Of course, I've learned from other people too when it comes to pickup, but yeah. I went and called up spirits to teach me about that subject, which is very interesting. Very interesting. There'll be so much to cover. So much. Yeah, pickup, man. Pickup. Pickup is magic in a way. It is. It is really. It's magic. It really is. I mean, when you practice pickup, okay, the more I think what's very important to include is, I mean, even not from a magical point of view, include some NLP and language patterns. I think those are the most powerful tools. You know, NLP and language patterns. NLP and language patterns. Do you know Mystery? I don't know him personally, but I know about him. Of course, I studied the Mystery method, but I've never met Mystery in person. Alright, he's tall as shit though. What are your thoughts on the Dame? Would you like to tell some horrifying moments? Nah, right now. Can you elaborate on darkness and the light? Can you elaborate on darkness and the light? Darkness and the light. Yeah, it's just basically what you resonate with. What is the reality that you resonate with? What most people consider the abyss, for instance, is just see most magical systems and then their initiations corrupt the chakra system. Okay, and what most occultists will call the abyss is as the, I mean, they call that the last stage before full realization. Okay, so absolute spiritual darkness. That's what they call it. That's just basically a hellish realm. Well, what these people are experiencing is a psychic realm and an internal state that is completely corrupted, and it's a hell. They're just suffering. These people are suffering enormously, and what they don't know is that they have given themselves over to forces that have fooled them. Okay, and that's what you call spiritual darkness. This is in the left hand path, or in the for a lot of black magicians, that's considered a they think that's an elevated spiritual state, but in reality they're just fucked up. All right, and for most of them it's permanent. Okay, this is actually where most practicing occultists end up. Once again, take a look at their lives. Why are they so messed up? Why are they so fucked up? If their practice would really lead to more power, they should be more in control over their lives, shouldn't they? Shouldn't they be? Or even of their minds. They shouldn't be taunted, horrified, and experiencing horrors all day. But they do. So, there's a lot of bullshit out there, and this false belief for some reason that demons have people's best interests at heart. They don't. They don't. Okay. So the light means you expand your awareness more and more and more and more, and with that, more understanding. And more understanding leads to more peace, and more peace leads to more love, and more love leads to more power and influence. Believe it or not, that's true. Are you still taking on new students? In my order? Right now, no. It's closed for new members. Listen, guys, you need to, if you really want to learn something, hey, Frank, did you receive my PayPal on the forum PM? Yes, Quartz Pink. I sent you the $200. Check your PayPal. I sent it to you right before this live stream started. I called you out earlier. Okay. I sent you the money already before this live. If you can confirm, check your PayPal and let me know if it's been sent, or let us know if it's been sent, or if you received it, it's been sent. My sister is a professional psychologist. She contacted me that she wants to shift from job and start a business now. That's a big step. So I assume Pacts with Demons is only worth it for her to be successful in business. I mean, why do you think you have to make a pact with a demon to become successful in business? Like, why? That's not true. That's not true. You know, you can make pacts with other spirits. You can't be successful in business without having a pact at all. You know. But inner circle is dope. Thank you. Since I've been doing the Grail of the Serpent ritual every day, things are moving faster than they should. More opportunities open up for me. It's good to know. With initiation, do you mean the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram? No, no. Okay, so. Okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up now because I gotta eat. I'm really hungry. So, listen, folks, we got. Listen, inward soul 144. If you really want to take your magic to the next level, be on the seminar this on the 27th and 28th. By the way, the prices are going to go up. I believe for the prices are going to go up before the event, I think. Okay, so what I would recommend is that you sign up for it now. Okay, now that it's still at a lower price. It's going to be about lucid dreaming. It's going to be about manifestation, and all of what we're talking about here, you're going to learn there. Okay, expanding your consciousness and how to use that for other states. So, the link for the seminar has just been posted in the chat. Okay, it says grailoftheserpent.com manifestation of lucid dreaming seminar. Okay, you want to be there. And Quartz Pink, have you received the money, Quartz Pink? You said thank you, Frank White. Okay, check if you received it and let us know if you when it's there, or if it's there. I've sent it 100%. Did you receive it too? Quartz Pink. Thank you, Frank White. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks, Wasi. Yeah, thank you very much, Wasi. Okay, Quartz Pink, you received the money. Good. Yes, he did. All right. So here's what you do with it, okay? You can do whatever you want with that money, but please buy the Master Key system and get the free subliminals on my website. And also write down your goals 20 times. How do you want your life to look 2 months from now? Write that down 30, 40 times a day and then see if your life doesn't change. Could you send me the link for the split payment, please? Thanks. Yes, we'll do that, George. I will definitely do that. Okay, guys. Talk to you soon. Peace. Bye. Get on the seminar. Get on the seminar. Okay. You'll not regret it, and you will miss out if you don't. Really bad. Okay. Bye bye.